Yo, what's poppin' guys? Sizzle here, back again with the OW2 Ironman, and in this episode, we're going to be running either Ana or Zenyatta, depending on our team comp or map, who are two of the last three supports I've left. I have Ana, Bap, and Zen left, I believe. 100% sure, but I'm like 99% sure. Ana and Zen are very strong, but also can kind of be countered, can kind of be counterpicked. Baptist is very strong, guaranteed value, and it's definitely just the strongest support in both Overwatch and Open Queue. Which is why I'm going to do him last of all the supports, and kind of maybe show that off a little bit, despite not playing the hero much, because you don't really have to play a lot of Bap to get a lot of his value. But yeah, I'll go catch you guys when the game starts. Alright, looks like we found ourselves a game. On New Junk City, I'm more tempted. I'm not actually sure which character I want to play, honestly. Because Ana and Zen both have the same downside of limited mobility. With our team comp, though, and the way Hog and Melka incentivize focus fire, I'm going to go Zenyatta. Especially because we had the Moira already as like a very solid healing force. We don't really need a lot of the raw heals that Ana provides. Although Ana can be nice to beat their Melka and Hog, especially if they have no shields. It always just depends on what they're running. Like, Ana will be less strong if they have like a Zarya and a D.Va and maybe like a Ryan. They kind of block a lot of your anti-nades and sleeps. But, not too much you can really do about that if you're one-tricking. The thing is, if you're not one-tricking and you're just swapping characters, which you can normally do in Open Queue if you're not doing a challenge like this, you just kind of can just pick whatever works best, right? If they have a lot of counters to Ana, you can go Zen, you can go Bap, you can go Moira, you could go a tank, or you could figure it out yourself. But yeah, generally on Zen, you just play extremely long distance, make yourself hard to die. If they have like a Doomfist or something, you gotta play really careful. If they're just playing main like this, you just discord the first thing you can kind of see, and try to keep it on one of their tanks. Doesn't really matter which one, they'll all kind of take turns getting hit. But make sure your discord's out and make sure your healing orb's out. And beyond that, you just kind of like find a safe sight line and spam out some big damage. You can see I had it on their Mauga there, but unfortunately we lost sights on that Mauga. Trying to maintain sights on their Zarya here. Now we go on their Bap, I suppose. Yeah, Bap's gonna get us here. Not too much I can do about that. Discord their Mauga, so that hopefully our Mauga can get theirs, but yeah. Our team kind of went way deeper than they should have, in my opinion. We have a lot more of a passive comp, especially compared to theirs. Like, Kiriko and Bap are pretty rushed down, Ram is pretty rushed down, and we like a Roadhog. I guess a Doom wants to go in, and they'd probably follow Doom in, but it makes it rough on Zen, because you kind of need those longer fights, or those big hooks to get a lot of your value from Discord, because that is 99% of your value on Zen. Your ult is obviously really strong as well, especially with a lot of tanks around, but most of your value is still tied to the Discord room, because being able to do like an extra like 30% to any random target is just kind of disgusting, to be frank. Did we lose? We lost our Mauga and we got a Sim instead. It's probably over. You can see right here, we just gotta force it, I guess. I don't know if we really had to force that or not. And I also didn't know that Zen, using his ult, can just freely pass through Mauga ult. That is actually an interaction I didn't know anything about until now. That's really interesting. But yeah, this is just one of those scenarios where in Open Queue, you just aren't playing well together as a team, and nobody really wants to fix it. And that's just common. That's you know, not any individual player's faults here. Same with a better better kind of team built around her. You can be really strong. Doom could have been really strong. Hog can be really strong. Sorry, you can be really strong. But when we're playing them the way we're playing them right now, we just kind of lose. Especially right now, we're just actually like just feeding. Sim is still walking out of spawn, and we've been trying to walk in for a second here. Well, I did get a solid pick there because I wasted Shrank. That was also a mistake on my part. Because I wasted Shrank, we will not be able to just Shrank the grab. That's generally how you should use Zen's ult, is to counter other people's ults, especially in open queue. It's really easy to counter stuff like Sigil, like Cage, like Grav, even like Ram ult to some degree. Window you can't beat because it's Window, but most things aren't Window, and you got decent odds. But yeah, I tried discording the Ram there, but I guess he wasn't in sight long enough. I got it on Ram now, and you can see he peaked for even just a frame there. Just the sheer amount of damage we get out there. Big grab is a little ridiculous. But it's more important a lot of time in open queue to have the Discord orb up, rather than to actually be doing damage. And roll queue is the other way around. You want to be doing damage more than discording people, but with how high health bar is in here, being able to remove 30% of like 600 HP, it's basically a burst 200 damage that you're doing whenever you discord someone. And that's really hard to match as quickly as you can throw out these orbs. And actually try to hold my ult for something that makes sense this time. The Ram dies, that's big. Zarya low. We got her. We gotta keep it on Mega, especially once his E-Press is gone. He'll be really done. Not bad. We're having some good follow-ups on our hooks here. Sim is doing a lot to really pressure them, and for some reason they keep trying to fight her like that. I can ult this if needed, but I don't think we have to do that. I shouldn't have peeked that. That was incredibly stupid on my part. But yeah, I'm gonna hold my ult for Grav, especially because we cap point. I didn't realize we were actually gonna have them not touch there. I'll be honest, I thought they had enough percent to touch. I wasn't looking at the percents there. But either way, it just didn't seem to make sense to use Trank there when they have Grav coming up, because that Cage was kinda shit, and that window didn't really redeem it. So just not using it there was pretty free. Now we have it for Kyriel, we have it for Grav, mainly for Grav. They don't have an honor or anything. We lose GG. That was, yeah, uncommon, but it was a misinput. You hate to see it. Just keep discording things. Our Gravs are fat. The discords are fatter. I mean, it says we'll be 1500 damage amplified. So it's just like an extra bonus 1500 from pressing aim. They do have anti-net, which will beat my ult, so I have to be a little bit careful when using Trank, but only a little bit. Most of the time we should be completely fine. And it's kind of a non-issue. Obviously the Ana's going to try to hold the anti-nade or my Transcendence. But yeah, it just shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, we're completely safe up here. They don't really have an easy way up. I just want to make sure our team is safe as well, and that we're not stupid and dying to this Ana, who I'm pressuring out. And almost discord the Ram again. You can see normally the Ram would have kept walking there. And right there, Mauga, instead of being immortal, he actually dies there. In part because he was reloading, in part because of the Discord orb. It's just a really powerful tool that can force people to not engage, unless they're engaged with the whole team. And unless you're at the highest parts of open queue, people are not going to push as a team, and they very consistently will go in a pretty consistent 1-by-1, like they'll be going in one after another. But that's not the same as going in together, because it means they'll back out individually as well, which is really abusable, especially with Zen, but it's abusable in any character. You can see I could discord the runner there, but I'm just holding this for tanks. Oh, I should have not been where I am. Yeah. That's my bad. I was way too deep on Zen. I also didn't have Orb on my Zarya, which is just kind of stupid. That will be fine. We just gotta group up a little. You know, play a better position. We were way too deep there. Like, you should never be that deep on Zen unless you can guarantee the kill you're about to go for. And I was just kind of there. I had no reason to be there. There's no real gain by being at that location. But yeah, We just can't go right side on Zen. You get like spammed out way too easily there, so I just have to play main and kind of consistently poke. I tried throwing my Discord orb out there and it just didn't happen. I normally would ult this, but our hog just left and then our sim is dead and someone else died as well. So we just got it back. I guess we're holding it for third. We've had like 0 value from all these shrinks. Hopefully they can change that soon. But yeah, we have no footsteps, they don't know we're coming in. I did back out of it a little. Are we touching? If we touch, I might ult this. Yeah. Let's keep that Discord orb on our Zarya, Ram, or whoever we gave it to. That can be big value in of itself. Good cage. Didn't have Trank for it because I used that to force the contest. But yeah, I think they use Nano, they use Cage, and we use Trank. That's like a decent exchange, honestly, ult was. And we're coming into third with ult advantage, which is always really big. We just gotta play a little bit slower. We keep kind of... Like, we played well, played slow for a few points, and then because we were winning, I think a lot of people over-aggressed, including myself. I mentioned a few times I've overstepped my bounds on Zen. I gotta be a bit more careful. That's such a big hook. Finishing your hog hooks is one of the more important things in open queue in general. But that's also true in roll queue. You can see we just throw a Discord up, and despite him blocking, he was taking enough damage that he couldn't really block. Good stagger on their Ana. And now we just play safe. Like, I mean, the only thing we have to really be careful of on Zen against their team is Mauga pinning directly onto us, or their Kiriko hard flanking us. And their Kiri's not flanking, so I literally just have to play around Mauga, or like chip damage from Ram, which is real easy to do. If their Mauga starts walking, I'm gonna Discord him, but it looks like they didn't want to fight that. I don't have Trank for this. They're stunned. Spamming out kicks in between your shots is a decent way of just getting a little bit more ult charge as long as they hit something. Which is why you saw me doing that there. But that's fine, they ult stack that. I mean, that was what? That was Grav and Ram ult, which is pretty big to get out of the way. Was it Cage and Ram ult? I kind of forgot what else they used. I just know they were two relatively solid ults. The Venture swap I don't fully understand, but if he's able to dive their backline, it's all golden. And to be fair, I didn't trust the Sim either, and that did pay dividends. But this current comp seems fully reliant on our Roadhog to get all of our value for us. No, it's 97%. If I had Shank there, I'd use it to force. But now we have to recontest, possibly with Trank, because I don't think anyone else gets back in time. And hopefully our Venture doesn't get hard staggered, because that'd be a problem in and of itself. Yeah, we have Hoggle, we got Grav coming up, and Trank down. We have to at least to touch. We got a touch. I got it. Never mind, I'm fucking trapped. GG. I don't understand what happened in that first fight then if Trank doesn't go through cage. Because Trank doesn't go through cage there. Was it because I was like near the edge of it? But I went in and out of cage on the first fight, so I don't know. But yeah, honestly solid game. I do question a lot of our swaps throughout the round, but it kept working pretty well, and that came down to like one fight. So that's not too bad. But yeah. Looks like we're gonna have a game 2 of Zen. No fun. Alright. Back into the fray we go. This map will be rough on Zen. Really depends on what we roll. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I don't really have any other options here. I mean... What the hell is this skin? I don't remember that skin. But I do like Royal Astronomer. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. Wait, what? This is like a completely different map. This is... Oh, am I tripping? I forgot what map this was supposed to be, but I don't think it was Dorado. But I guess we're on Dorado now, which on attack is gonna be kind of rough on Zen. We might have to do some flank yada. Really depends on how the enemy team ends up playing. But on defense, we should have free reign over the enemy team. I mean, we can just chill high ground, we have like no damage fall off, get fat value on our disco robes and stuff. It'll be pretty big. And for those curious what this is, maybe you're watching this in the future, this is like the teaser for the like the new DPS or whatever. They're adding a character. I don't even know what role they're for, because like I said, this series is a send-off for me playing this game. So I have very little interest in the new content they might add, unless it's reverting a lot of changes. Just let them know Life Weaver's up there. Zarya's deepest in, so I'm giving her the Orym. The Ram is there. They do have 2 shields, which is kind of obnoxious. But yeah, we just got it back here. I don't know how Moira fucked that up, but I'm not gonna live any longer there. D.Va did what she could there, but there's only so much she can do when a Ram is in melee range of Zen. He barely got me there though. They're on triple support Ram Sigma. I mean, we just need like a semi-decent Mauga E-Press and we walk their entire team. Like, Ram gets farmed by Mauga. Ram and current D.Va is great for D.Va. Generally, Ram D.Va is a lot more even. Then Sigma's just a nuisance, but like if he's the only nuisance, it should be pretty easy to focus him out and get him. Good ult. And that's just a big value signal. All we really gotta do is focus out the Mercy, I think. But I don't know how reasonable that is to do here, to be honest. We could either do that or we hard burst one of their tanks, but D.Va and Zar don't help a lot with that. If one of these guys went like Hog or something, we'd kind of dominate. Oh, whatever. Near Zar not to feed for 3 seconds, which is a big ask these days. Our Mauga got to waste his E-Press, but we did light up their Ram. I got my ult exactly for this. And now we can combo with Cage, and we can walk on their Life Weaver, and then get rocked and killed because I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't even hit anything in the Life Weaver. Good other Sigma to spot this and just be able to focus it out though. You can't be too mad. Generally, I assumed we killed Ramatra. I guess they could have rezzed Ramatra, I didn't even think about that. But I knew we killed Ram, and I knew my Mauga was killing somebody who's stuck in Cage, so I'm like, okay, I can just like be stupid here. I can afford it. That's a Zen moment right there. Literally just soloed a Sigma. And they got the Mercy that I was here and walking around. Not sure exactly where she was, but whatever. But yeah. Hopefully our Moira moves forward, because we shouldn't be the ones up on Zen. It's too risky, I get dove too easily. Let me just write that in chat, she can give up. The only problem, I guess, is if they have something on high, but I don't know other than Sigma who could even play from high ground on their team. Like, Sigma and Honor are going to be the only 2 that'd be up there. And we can see the Honor right now, we can just keep shooting at her. Surprised our healing orb is still on D.Va there. Let's throw a healing orb on Zar. D.Va doesn't need it. Throw a Discord orb on literally anyone we can see and just keep walking cart. Or just pay Lid Princess. It just makes sense. Like, of our supports, and who are generally the people that should be on cart, like, Moira just gets more value as the only support up. It's just how the game works. So I should be the one on cart. It just makes sense. I mean, yeah. It's working as described. Now, to be fair, I don't know why we struggled so much against triple supports until now, but I'm glad we eventually locked in. Yeah, we just keep throwing our disc orbs on things, keep throwing healing orbs on people we can see as well. And the game's kind of just gonna win itself. Like, my team is just 4v5ing, and I'm getting big value by walking cart while they do that. Good D.Va bomb, if she lives, and she does. That kind of just forced away Ram ult, which is like their main ult. It's Ram ult and Sig ult are the only two things they got going. Yeah, Discord Orb on the Ram while he's blocking. Unfortunately, I'm 95% on my ult here. I should die here. I was wondering if I should ult this, but like, the big players on my team are dead, so that'd be a waste of trank. Might D.Va get out? Oh damn, almost. But yeah, it's going pretty smooth so far, and this is the harder part on Zen, this attack. Zen really kind of gets a lot stronger when he's just on defense and you have to contest him and you can just back away infinitely on high ground. Making the swap while we're already winning is interesting, but to be honest, Roadhog is just 80 times stronger than D.Va against their comp, so this is an amazing swap. As long as this guy actually plays the character. Mauka wasting the E-press is kinda brutal. Oh, they also went Tsar now. Maybe that's why we went off of D.Va. Which makes it a lot less, I don't know, impressive for lack of a better word. But either way, that's a cage moment right there. Just getting the value of like 4 ults in one. It reloads you, it traps them, disables their abilities, it puts up a barrier that can be used to block a million other things. Like, it's just a significantly stronger sim wall that also traps people. And has good range to it. Big trank. There's genuinely like nothing they could do about that. I don't even know who my Discord's on, I just know it's on one of the tanks, which is big value. And now we just gotta get Martyr. Beautiful. You can kind of see, like, with Trank, you kind of stay in and you get enough speed boost where you can really just walk away at the last second and be completely safe. I mean, all you do on Zenyatta is play your distance. And as long as you play your distance and Discord's on something, you don't even have to actively be shooting anything or healing anything, and you're going to be getting tons of value. Like, I guarantee you that enemy Ram is super pissed, and probably, of his 6 deaths or whatever, we're probably like 4 of them. And without Discord Orb, those kills might not have happened. Now, to be fair, without Discord Orb, I might not have been on Zen, but, you know, it's pretty easy value on Zen versus whatever else I might have ran there. You know, for like quad tank or something, that puts like a lot more pressure on our Moira to perform, which is a bit more of a problem. But yeah, you can tell I'm playing poor Zen just because I have the most deaths. Like, Moira having 0 deaths makes sense. But like, our D.Va has 1 death, our Mauga's got 2. Like, I'm just getting farmed. It means I've been going too deep a lot of the time. I mean, I did that on the Life Weaver there. I did that like twice before that Life Weaver incident. That's just kind of like, that's bad Zen play. You don't do that. That's me getting bored and doing dumb shit. But yeah, very solid attack. Normally, if a team can push the whole way on this map, the enemy team doesn't even get past first. So hopefully that kind of holds true here. That'd be very convenient. But yeah, interesting spot for our team to hold here. I feel like we just get them to Arch, to be honest. Our team really will get value there. We still have Discord on this hug, and I can just perpetually keep that on him. Our Zarya is really isolated, and I think they spotted that. We did get their Mauga as a possible trade. I gotta back up. I don't know why I was walking so close there. You can see that's the value. Discord on a Ram right there. Like, Zarya can kill a Ram with a Discord Ram. Our Zarya probably should have died there, but I guess they just didn't want to shoot her bubbles. Common misconception people have is that you don't want to shoot Zarya bubbles, when actually that's how you kill the character. If you just break all of her bubbles really quickly and then continue to shoot her, she'll just die. It's less true in open queue, but if she's on her own like that, it's very true. And especially more true in open queue, because you can kind of pump out a lot more damage a lot of the time. A lot more focus fire. Plus, like, if you had a Zen, you get like Discord Orb or whatever. Yeah, you can see right there I was too deep yet again. They keep calling me out on that. But somehow we just live unpunished. I did try rotating my heals on the Mega there, but wasn't able to do it in time, and I feel like even if I had, probably wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, we just die here. Normally you try to back out or whatever, but like they were too close to me to reasonably do that, especially with the nano active. Yeah. Not bad though, honestly. Like the way that hold fell apart was just our Mega dying when we didn't have a barrier up for him for 2 seconds. And that's pretty standard stuff. That's just the enemy noticing the opportunity. That's not anyone particularly fucking up. Just means people are playing well, which is nice. We want games where people play well, makes them a lot more entertaining. Yeah, I should have probably walked to high ground instead of being down here, but at this point it's way too late to rotate. Hopefully your Sigma doesn't just get hooked and die here, but he's kind of positioning himself for that. Big. Just keep spamming Discord Orb, and we'll just keep getting value from it. Beautiful. See, now I get time to go high ground, and we even get Trank for if we ever need that, which is pretty neat. But yeah. Not sure why Mega isn't charging out of spawn, but whatever. Guess he thought someone might be flanking or something. But yeah, like from this high ground, they can't do shit, and I can. Oh, okay, I stand corrected. And we live. That was like such an oddly perfect Zen play. That should have been awful what I just did there. The cage in their cage is disgusting. I mean, we just have a barrier in their barrier where they want to shoot. It's really, really big value. Really, really hard for them to contest. They're all critical. And we just get them. Back to high ground. They'll be able to make it considering they have like a 7-second respawn. But yeah, I was going to say no one can really contest this, but except for Mercy. But now they're not even on Mercy, and now they don't have Elk. They're genuinely the only way we're dying in high ground is either if their entire team goes around, in which case I can see that happen, and just walk away. Or, and by we I mean just me, like me dying. Or if like we get hooked or like spammed out like we were right there. But yeah, we just leave. Hazard is very, very dead. And I'm gonna try to not die like that. There's Zen's coming over this way. But yeah, it looks like nobody's on a high unless there's already did some parkour. Getting a lot of value off anti. And play around our bubble and Sigma shield a little more. I feel like that's not a crazy thing to be doing. That was a worth trade. We got their Mega, we got their Zeno for that. Well, not just that exclusively, but getting their Zen there and shoot him down, he probably pinged me once or twice, 1 or 2 of them turned, and then we kind of gamed on him. But yeah, the swap to Kiri to counter their Honest, an interesting one, especially when, like I said, we have Bubble and Sigma Shield and Sigma Left Shift, but I guess they're still finding the antis anyway, so I don't know why not. If they think they have enough sustain with Zen heals, like the little bit I've been providing, then power to them, I guess. You could see, right, like that, like we knew they were all coming that way, we had info ahead of time. If I saw them continue to keep going that way, I could have just walked off this high ground. Yep, you can see Ana in there. Unfortunately, we pressured her. I'm like 3 health, and I have ult. Do we need it? I guess we counter their Trank with our Trank. Kind of a bit of a waste of the ult, but I think we win the game if we win this fight, so I'd rather overcommit to it than undercommit. But yeah. Just Discord Orb, melt the tank, play high ground, be uncontestable. If their Ana gets close for some reason, Zen's a decent duelist against squishies. Like, Discord Orb plus kicks plus stuff is disgusting. Then, getting booped off high is unfortunate, but that just means I rotate to the left high ground, which is much easier to get onto anyway. And as long as they don't go there too, then we're chilling. They lost their Zen for that Pharah pick, so they're down to solo heal Ana, which is not great for them. But it is amazing for us. Yeah, they pulled out the Pharah to beat me down just to still lose. Beautiful aim by yours truly. I mean, what can I say? I'm just the best Zen there is. You see that perfect track? Sorry, it was definitely not me dragging my mouse off of my mouse pad and then not being able to do anything about it. But yeah, there you have it. That's kind of how you play Zen. That was a really good demonstration of how this character works. Yeah, how to get value on them, what caused you to die on them, and kind of how they work in open. Now, it is very map dependent. Depending on the map, you just don't get those amazing opportunities to back up and stuff like we had on Dorado defense here. But on those maps, just don't play Zen. Simple as. Or like flank or something. I don't know, you have to figure it out. It's very different per map. But yeah, there's our Zenyatta W. Hope you all enjoyed. See you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.